have to apologize. It's kind of dark out. I think you can still see me, but it's been a real busy day and I just lost track of time, and before I knew it I didn't have a video, and here I am trying to make a video near dark. I want to check to see how the charger is doing real quick, so I'm going to go in the shed, but it might get dark in there, so I apologize. Yeah, you can't see me. Sorry about that. We're gonna come up on 1,000 hours soon. 972. Okay, sorry about the dark. Okay, so like I said, I had a pretty busy day today. First thing is Amazon didn't drop off my packages, so I don't know what's going on with them. This is like the third or fourth shipment that they've missed. I've got filters that are supposed to come in that are like a week past due. The belt and a bolt for that lawnmower there was supposed to come in today, and they didn't even leave the St. Louis warehouse this morning like they were supposed to. What else is missing? There's a spring that's supposed to be here Monday. I guess the belt, I don't know. There was just a slew of things. All of a sudden Amazon just missing, which I don't understand it. As soon as you get busy, that's when everything goes to the heck in the handbasket. So I forget what I did this morning. I did something. Oh, I know what it was. I had to get the laundry. Carolyn was doing laundry this morning, so I had to keep that water full. And that's an in and out thing. But then I was supposed to take this John Deere back here. You might remember yesterday. I loaded that up yesterday into the truck, so it's gone. I was going to take that back at 11. Well, this person with this Craftsman here that isn't here now was here yesterday. She called at 10. They got here at 10:30 and picked it up. So as soon as that was gone, then we loaded up and took the John Deere back. And while I was on the road, I got 2 calls. I mean, this is like a 10-minute trip. This is not very far away at all. And one guy from about an hour away called and said that he had a push mower he wanted to bring me. Oh, while I was getting that Craftsman loaded up, she gave me another push mower to work on. This one wasn't too bad. I just did a service on it, but really all she did was overfill the oil. So, you know, it needed a filter because there was oil in the air filter, there was oil in the spark plug, you know, all that carbon. So that wasn't so bad. And so while I was, so I pulled over, talked to that guy about the push mower. And then the guy with the Cub Cadet that was here yesterday called and said, hey, I don't have any way to pick that up. Is there any way I can get you to deliver it? So I delivered it. So there was a little bit more money. Now he only lives a few minutes away, like 2 minutes away. So I loaded that up. And then as soon as I got back with that, I started working on that push mower. The guy who called about the push mower, I didn't think he was gonna come. I don't know. I even called him back when I got home, said, okay, I'm home now. And I don't know why he called me. I mean, that's just way too far to travel. So I don't understand why people have such a hard time with my loading setup. I've said many times in the past that I can't have a trailer. I've even used AI just because I'm trying to understand the viewers. And the viewers seem to think I need a trailer. But I can't use a trailer in this area. I mean, you'll get on these roads, they're one lane gravel roads, and you'll unload a lawnmower, and then you have to back up a mile with the trailer. I mean, even my father disagrees and thinks I should have a trailer. But I'm not gonna do it. Maybe I'm just not good enough with a trailer. If that's what you want to say, oh, you need to be a better trailer driver, whatever, that's fine. Okay, so I'm a terrible driver. So be it. I'm not going to back a trailer up, run off into $1 million mansion. I remember one time we was cutting up a tree in this lady's backyard on a lake lot. Huge hill. And I got a piece cut, and it started rolling down the hill. I mean, I know you can't really tell the steepness of this hill, but it just rolled down the hill. I mean, just as fast as you could. And I just chased after it, and it bounced into a building. So, I mean, it's just treacherous driving in these lake roads. But I know, all the experts know exactly what I'm talking about, but you don't. I've never witnessed anything like these roads until I got on them. They're downright scary. So I'm loading it up with the winch here. And I showed you a video yesterday, full of snow. And I even did a little bit of an experiment with my setup yesterday. Instead of hooking up the battery to the beast or to the battery in the truck, I hooked it up to a battery of the lawnmower that I was loading. So, changed up my process a little bit. And it took me 17 minutes to load it up. I mean, you can look at the video, and I didn't really cut much out of it. I cut a couple things out of it, you know, a turn here, and well, I coughed once, and I try to cut those out because I always find that disgusting when you got YouTubers snorting and coughing and spitting when I watch videos. So I don't like it, so I take those out. So there's a couple cuts in there, but they're, you know, like a 30-second cuts. They're not dramatic. So let's just call it 18 minutes. It took me 18 minutes to completely set up my system, load a lawnmower, strap it in, and basically I could have gotten in the truck at that moment and left. Now, the truck bed was full of snow, so I was having to be careful that I wasn't slipping and falling. Like I said, I was trying to do an experiment, and the experiment didn't really pay off very good because the lawnmower died. So, I mean, if you go and watch yesterday's video, you'll know what I'm talking about. I really am sorry it's so dark. It's pretty sunset. So 17 minutes. Well, I wouldn't watch an old video of mine when I was in the pop-up camper hooking up a trailer. And just hooking the trailer up took 10 minutes. Trying to get it backed in and all that. So, you know, same thing here. It takes you 10 minutes to hook a trailer up. It takes you 10 minutes to load it up, strap it up. So now we're up to 20 minutes. Basically the same amount of time it took me to load this. The difference is, with the truck here, I'm only got 4 wheels. So I'm saving on gas because I don't have to pull that trailer. So I'm pulling a trailer, and now I got more insurance, more to worry about, more maintenance. I also have to worry about these back roads. And even AI said the time I save on the back roads is immense. So 20 minutes loading it up, 20 minutes unloading it, and I save myself probably 45 minutes driving. The difference between a trailer and a... So somebody comments in my comment section, that just seems awfully like an awful lot of work. Well, yeah, because you saw the whole process. When you're trying to compare it to loading a trailer up, you know, you're imagining the trailer's already hooked up to the truck, and you just drive the lawnmower up there. You don't consider the strapping in and all that. So, you know, yeah, you got 3 minutes driving a lawnmower up there. Now, somebody may have said, well, why don't you just drive the lawnmower up the truck? Okay, so let's look at the whole liability of that. I've got a John Deere $800 machine, used machine, and I drive it up and it starts to fall off. Well, now I'm on it, so now I'm gonna get hurt. The lawnmower gets hurt. I have to buy a lawnmower. Truck gets hurt. I'm gonna have to buy, you know what, a blinker lens, tail light. You know, I'm gonna have to fix things. I'm gonna tear up the transmission, the belts, all that stuff, put stress on the engine to drive it up the thing. Now, can it fall off with the winch? It could fall off. My thinking though is the damage is not going to be near as bad because there is a control point. The winch itself is a control point. So as it's falling, the winch is going to catch it. I might break a hood or something like that, but I'm not going to completely damage the lawnmower. So there is not an awful lot of work. So my reply to this guy, I finally deleted the comment because I just got so frustrated with it. My reply was, yeah, it is an awful lot of work for a lot of lazy people who thinks they're going to make $1 million doing absolutely no work. But I have a different philosophy in life. If I'm going to charge a customer for something, I think I should work for it. Now, I've tried to make this system as simple as possible. And quite honestly, I'm proud of it. It absolutely is a lifesaver. It makes life so much easier. And I am not going to drive a trailer. I'm just not going to do it. Yeah, I'm a bad driver, fine. I've drove nearly 1 million miles in my life. And the only thing I've ever hit was a deer. I've never had an accident. I know trolls are never going to believe that. That's fine, you don't have to believe it. It's true. I've never had an accident. I used to travel for business. And I just couldn't afford to get in an accident. I drove safe. I try to drive safe. I try to watch everybody's eyeballs on the road. What are they looking at? They got their phone glued. I'm looking at all that stuff. So I see a trailer as unsafe. So I'm just not going to do it. So, you know, this channel is such a challenge. Just so aggravating. Because people have an opinion. Look, you know, if you're going to give a comment like, oh, that's just an awful lot of work, then give me a suggestion that will work in these roads that you've never driven before. That's going to be easier. And I can guarantee you, you don't have anything. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video over my other channel. I really appreciate it. Go check it out. So if I can inspire you, stay busy so you live your dreams. Thanks for watching.